Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. Today we're going to do a presentation on how to make money with AliExpress.com. Some of you may be familiar with the e-commerce powerhouse, but AliExpress.com was founded several years ago by the Alibaba group out of China. I would like to refer to it, those that maybe have not heard of it, as the China Amazon, which now they ship all over the world, even the United States. So they're very popular, and they've got an amazing affiliate program that allows people to build their own websites and start making money without having their own inventory and without having a staff and all that. You can do this in your bedroom. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. Today's presentation is geared toward people of all skill levels and all age groups. So let's dive right in and get started making our website that's going to make us money with AliExpress.com. Okay, so before we get going, I just want to briefly discuss how things work and how you make money and how you generate that. And then I'm going to go through this 5-step process to creating your own website that's going to be able to make you money. Now, this website's something when you create it, you own it. It's your website. It's not owned by AliExpress.com. It's owned by yourself or your company if you decide to form one, which I do recommend doing that, especially once you start making the big bucks. You want to make sure because you never know, one of these days your website may sell for some even bigger bucks. But during this presentation, I'm going to show you the 5 steps to getting it online. And like I said, if you've never built a website before, or if you don't know the first thing about how to code, you don't worry about it because you don't need to. We're going to do everything step by step. So feel free to pause this video if you need to pause this video, and it will make it very straightforward and easy for you. So let's get started and just go through how you make money with AliExpress. So I mentioned they're one of the largest e-commerce websites in the world. And they've got an affiliate program, which an affiliate program is if you refer people to buy products on their website, you get a part of the commission. Now, the thing that's unique about their affiliate program is they pay up to 50% commission per product ordered. So, for example, if the product costs someone $50, that means you make $25 from that order. If the product costs $100, then you make $50 or as much as $50. It's not 50% on all products. Some products is 20%, some's 10%. But still, if you work a secular 9-to-5 job, sometimes 7% commission would be nice. So they've got a really nice, lucrative affiliate program that you can really make a lot of money. So let's just go check out their affiliate page. And you can check this out in your own browser by going to portals.aliexpress.com. I'm going to click it. And you can see this is their official page that you sign up for their program. I wouldn't worry about signing up yet, but I just want to give an overview. You can see they highlight things briefly. I've already said it's easy. It is. It's very easy just to get started with it. We pay you. They pay out over $100,000 a month, with the top sellers earning up to $20,000 every month. I mean, think about that. Digest that for a second. What can you do with an extra $20,000 a month? Well, I can guarantee you probably won't be working your secular 9-to-5 job if you're earning $20,000 a month from your AliExpress website. So that's what their top earners are making, and that's pretty freaking good. So that's definitely should give you some motivation to really want to build your site and build your network of sites and really get this going because the potential is really tremendous. They are growing, and they highlight this here, and this is something we've all seen with AliExpress.com is they started out kind of small and in China, and now they're worldwide, and you can order anything from them regardless of where you live. And again, what makes them more competitive than, say, Amazon is they've got a tremendous affiliate program, up to 50% commission. That's almost unheard of nowadays. So really, this is just full of win, I think. So it's a tremendous opportunity. And building your own website gives you so much flexibility because you can become creative in how you do this. So let's go back and talk about that website, about how you want to get started building that. Okay, this is going to be step 1, is deciding your niche. What niche are you going to go into? Okay, so for those that aren't familiar, a niche is basically specializing in something. Obviously, you don't want to go off and create another AliExpress.com because that would be a very large task and it'd be very broad, and it wouldn't really give you a competitive advantage. Instead, you want to go to AliExpress.com and you want to look at their categories and say, what could I make a website that specializes in something? What can I be the expert of selling that gives me a competitive advantage? So, for example, Halloween costumes. That's a tremendous niche, especially in October for people to buy. People all around the world want to buy these Halloween costumes. So maybe you made a website that was just geared around Halloween costumes, and you use that website to generate sales during the Halloween season. Then maybe after Halloween, you had a website that specialized in Black Friday deals. That's huge here in the United States, or Cyber Monday deals. And then you get commissions off that. And then we go into December and say you have a website for holiday specials, holiday sales. So I kind of think you can see where I'm going with that. So your goal would be to really essentially have one site or multiple sites in every one of their categories, because that's going to give you the most reach. That's going to give you the most coverage. The more sites you make, and the more opportunities you have to make money. And like I said, if you're making one for Halloween, well, then that's only going to be popular for the Halloween costumes. And if you're making one for Black Friday, that's only going to be popular for the Black Friday, and so forth and so on. But if you have a website that kind of specializes in these niches, then you're going to really be able to gain a lot of exposure. And over time, you'll have every month covered, and then you can start expanding even further. Maybe you just have a website that specializes in swimwear. Maybe it's female swimwear. Maybe it's male swimwear. Another popular niche online is undergarments. We look at Duluth Trading. They're tremendous in providing men's undergarments, underwear and undershirts. Just getting that niche is really where you make the money, because you can just specialize all your promotion behind that. And again, you don't have to stock any of this inventory. Using this software that I'm going to show you how to use, you're actually going to be importing the products from AliExpress.com, and it's going to handle all the ordering and all that stuff. So you're not going to have to worry about handling an inventory or customer support or orders. They do all that. As soon as you send the order to them, you get paid the commission. Okay, you don't want to get overwhelmed though. That's a lot. So just getting your first website launch is a tremendous success. So, just take this. The first step is you have to create one website before you can create two. You can't just do 10 of them right now. So let's just slow down a bit here, and let's take a look at the AliExpress website so we can pick our niche for this example. So we can look and see, they've got a nice banner here for golf. That's another niche, a golf superstore online. My gosh, that could be a tremendous advantage to make money online. All of these categories, you notice when you hover over these, it goes into subcategories. So you can see like there's a women's clothing. Maybe your website just deals in women's dresses. Ooh, another good one. Maybe it's wedding dresses. Maybe you just sell wedding dresses on your website. Man, that's a tremendous one. Think about when you're going to get search engine optimization. Obviously, once you build your site out, you're going to be optimizing for the search engines. Think about what people are searching when you're picking your niche. Are they searching for wedding dresses? Here's several more. Look at that: prom dresses, evening dresses, bridesmaid dresses, flower girl dresses, cocktail dresses. So you can see where you can start to really, go and create tons of these websites having all these kinds of ideas. You look at the undergarments. There's all kinds of opportunities where you can specialize. So that's your goal, is to sit down right now and maybe get a piece of paper out and list some niches that kind of interest you, and and feel free to use the search box here. For my example, I'm going to build one for Halloween costumes, a costume website, because I really think that's a good niche, especially around the October time, around the Halloween time, and you can really gain a lot of orders. So let's look. If we start typing Halloween, you can see it comes up. And look at this. Look at all the stuff. There's costumes and there's props. Let's get the costumes here. Let's go to Halloween. Let's just go to Halloween costume. Okay, now you can see, look at this, all these Halloween costumes. So for my niche site, for this example, I'm going to build one based on Halloween costumes, okay? So that's going to be my niche, so to speak, for this example. So feel free to pick yours, and depending, you might watch this video after Halloween's passed for the year, so maybe it's Black Friday, maybe it's Cyber Monday, or maybe it's the Christmas holiday or another one of the holidays. Maybe it's a New Year's, or maybe it's just a swimwear or a sunglass or a handbag website. Really the options are just limitless once you really think about them. There's all kinds of options. So once we have our niche, and like I said, ours is going to be the Halloween costumes. Our next step is buying our domain or registering our domain. So let's go figure out how we're going to do that. So let's go over to here, and that's going to be step 2. Is our domain and hosting. Now, really quick, regardless of what internet business that you decide to do, And whether you decide, well, maybe this isn't for me, maybe it is, you have to have a domain and website. To create a sustainable business online, you need to have your own domain and website, because that's your piece. That's like opening your store. And if you look at the cost of domain registration and cloud hosting, it's really not a whole lot compared to actually renting a building or building a building for your office. So that's the way you look at this when you're starting up a business, is you have to have these are essential tools to getting started with your business. So keep that in mind as we go along. So there's 2 websites here I recommend to help you come up with domain ideas, and that's leandomainsearch.com and expireddomains.net. So basically you can use these sites to find good domain names. So let's check them out. If we go to Lean Domains, enter a word or you want your domain to include. So Halloween. So let's search it and let's see what they have. So this is why I like it's pretty cool, is it gives me in 0.37 seconds all kinds of different ideas for my domain. You can see time Halloween, up Halloween. Let's type in Halloween costume. Halloween costume web, Halloween costume media, Halloween costume blog. That's a pretty good one. So you can see there's a bunch of different ones. Okay, so this is good. This gives us some ideas. It kind of gets the gears turning in our head. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and look at the expired names, because what you'll find is some people will forget to renew their domains. And so because of that, their domain drops. And so this website shows you deleted.coms, because, we all know the internet's been around a while, and, sometimes the good names are taken. Well, sometimes they come available. So let's just... let's type in Halloween, and let's just see if there's any. There might not be. And yep, okay, we can see a couple. Now, I like to use .com personally. I know there's a lot of these new TLDs, meaning like .xxx. There's a lot of those that are coming out, but I really like to stick to .com. So we can click filter, and we can click .com and apply that filter. I'm old school. I like to use .coms. So you can see some of these, my gosh, HalloweenShop.com. If you have 50 grand, here you go. That's a great domain, but obviously we're not going to spend 50 grand. We're going to look for one that's been deleted. We're going to look for one that's going to cost us next to nothing. And I've actually got a deal on here where you're going to get the domain free. So just hold your horses for you getting another one. And you can see I've already got off that page. So yeah, there's only a couple here with the Halloween word in them, and they look kind of expensive. So that's probably not going to be a good option here. So let's go back to our lean domain list, and let's see if there's something that kind of catches our eye. I really like this Halloween costume blog. Let's see if the .com is still available. So let's just go check that out. Halloween costume blog. I mean, that kind of got a ring to it, and so that might work out well. So we're gonna try to go with that one for this example. So let's go back here, and before we get started, I gotta mention the cloud hosting, because this is going to go together, and this is what we do at NameHero. This is what we specialize in. So you're gonna need a domain, but you're also gonna need web hosting. Well, you want to go with cloud web hosting, and the reason being is because it's going to allow you to grow. With cloud web hosting, you can start for as low as under $5 a month, and you can start your website, you can build it, and then once you start getting popular, you can upgrade it. You can upgrade it on the fly, meaning you start getting a little bit of traffic and you start making some money, and that site starts to grow and build and build and build. Well, you can stair step it up. So you don't have to go buying a tremendously expensive server. This is 2016, 2017 now. It doesn't take a tremendous budget to start your web hosting. So that's why you need to use cloud hosting, especially with this. As you get more popular, you'll need more resources, but you don't need to go buying the most expensive resources right now. The cheap web hosts like HostGator and Bluehost, I don't recommend them, because once you start to get popular, once you start to need a lot of resources, they kind of give you the whole spiel about, oh, well, you've got to move to a dedicated server. We're going to suspend your account. Well, not with the NameHero cloud web hosting. You can just upgrade it. And so you can go paying under $5 a month, and you can just stair step it on up to find a package that fits your needs. And so that's what we specialize in there. And also, on this video here, I'm going to show you how to get a free domain. So you only have to pay for the web hosting. The domain is going to be included. So you don't have to go buy a domain, buy hosting. It's all going to be included. So now let's head over to NameHero.com, and let's get our name registered and our hosting set up. And again, this is going to be very quick and easy. So you can see once we arrive, this is NameHero.com main website. And the first thing that pops up is the best cloud web hosting. So this is what we're going to click on. So we're going to click on what comes up here first, get started. Now, if we miss it, we can always click web hosting here, but we're going to click get started now. And you can see there's 3 basic packages for your website. Now, again, the domain's included on these. You can see free domain, free domain, free domain. So the domain's going to be included in it. So we decided on Halloween costumes blog. So we're going to use that, but we have to pick out our package. So here's 3 packages, and we have to decide on which one for our site. If you're going to be just making one website and you're not going to make 2, then you go with the starter package. $3.49 a month is the best deal on that. If you're going to do more than one website, then you're going to want to go with the plus. If you want to do, and that's going to kind of get you started, the plus. And if you're going to do more than one website with a lot of space, then you want to go to the business. But for this example, and what I recommend almost everyone watching this video just getting started, is let's just go with the plus. Because at NameHero, you can upgrade at any time to the business. In the starter, the reason I don't recommend that is because you're going to have to buy it again when you start your second website. I said in the beginning, how you make the most money from AliExpress is having multiple websites. So if you just have one and you have the starter, okay, cool. But then when you go to build your another one, you have to order another starter package. So this way, you only have to order one package to get you started. So what we'll do is click here, and I recommend the cheapest one, which is the 3-year package at $5.95 a month. Okay, so yes, you have to pay the 3-year up front, but it only costs $5.95 a month. Now, if you know anything about business, you know business isn't one of those things that you just get started and tomorrow you're rich. It takes time to build a business. So we know that it's probably going to take us some time to get it going. So I just want to go ahead and lock it in for 3 years because I'm cheap. I want the best deal possible. So that's what I recommend you doing. If you're only going to devote this to a year, then go with the first year. But, really, anyone that will tell you that you're making money for any amount of time online, a year, you're just going to be learning the ropes and getting going. And that doesn't mean you're not going to make any money in a year. You'll probably be making money in the next month, especially if you're doing a Halloween costume. But if you don't, you have to stick with it and kind of learn. And sometimes it's not just that overnight success that you may be looking for. So that's why I recommend going for the longest time frame. Okay, so HalloweenCostumeBlog.com is what we decided on, and I just copied and pasted that. I'm going to click check, and you can see, congratulations, it is available. So yes, we are well on our way to building this site. Okay, we can see that we're going to get the 20 gigabytes of space, unlimited bandwidth, 1 included free domain, and unlimited everything else. We get the free domain, and we've got some additional options here if we want those. If you wanted to add a dedicated IP address, this is if you're going to have a lot of email. If we want to add a dedicated SSL certificate, we could add that. If we wanted to do PCI DSS scanning, which means we're accepting credit cards, we could add that. Most likely you're not going to be doing that, so you can just continue without adding any of the extras for now. If you decide you need one later, then you can go back and add it, but I don't recommend those in the beginning. Okay, what I do recommend from the beginning is ID protection. Basically, when you buy a domain, when you register a domain, your personal information is made available in what's called the Whois database. So this keeps that information private. It masks your personal information. It keeps it protection from spammers. And this is a service which is $2.98 a year, $2.98 a year. So it's definitely well worth it to keep your information from going to spammers. You don't have to worry about the other 2 options because since you're going to be buying the hosting, you don't have to worry about DNS management or the email forwarding. So we will continue. Okay, right on. So you can see we've got a special running on NameHero.com right now. So not only do you get the free domain, you're going to get $145.44 off. Okay. So you can get a really good deal here today with NameHero. So you can see the total, it's going to be $217.18. Now remember, this is for hosting for 3 years. So you won't have to pay again for 36 months. So that's what I recommend. Again, if you don't want to pay $217 now, you can go for just 1 year, but you're not going to have as good of a monthly rate. So I recommend it, for $217 to have a business set up and good for 3 years. I don't know any other businesses you can really do that other than stuff online. If you're going to go rent a building right now, I can guarantee you're going to pay more than $200 a month to rent a building. You're probably going to pay more like $800 a month, and that's if you get lucky. Probably more than closer to $1,500 to $2,000 a month to rent a space to sell stuff. So that's what I recommend doing. But you can do you, and I'll do me. Okay, so next we want to go ahead and fill out our information and get our account registered and set up. So let me go ahead and complete this on my end, and I'll resume the video as soon as I do. Okay, as soon as you complete your payment, you'll be brought to a screen just like this, and you'll give you your order number, and you can go ahead and click to client area. And immediately this sets you up. So this is a demo account here at NameHero.com. So immediately your website and stuff's all going to start provisioning in real time and setting up, as long as you don't have any billing failures or anything like that. Then you'll get right online. So you're going to receive an email with all your information, but I'm going to show you exactly what you need from there. But basically that sets up your hosting account and all of that. So let's jump back to the presentation now that you've registered your domain, you've bought your hosting, so you've completed step 2, and you're very well on your way to making your site. So let's go back into here and talk about the next step. Step 3, installing WordPress. Okay, so WordPress, it's a free content management system, and it's very easy to use. If you don't have any coding or technical knowledge, you don't have to know how to program. Everything is done inside your web browser. It's what you see is what you get, meaning you just point and click. Now, this is going to be required. It's required for you to set up WordPress for this presentation, because we're going to use some software that it requires WordPress to run. So you have to set up WordPress. Now, NameHero is a leader in WordPress web hosting. That's one of our specialties at NameHero, is providing fast, secure, and reliable WordPress hosting. So since we consider ourselves a leader, I'm going to show you how to install it. It's very, very simple. But they'll definitely get you going here pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and let's jump back over here to NameHero, and we will go from there. So once we are in the client area, we're going to click on Cloud Web Hosting, and you're going to see we have our HalloweenCostumeBlog.com. We're going to click here, and as soon as we get here, we've got all our information. We are going to want to click over to log in to cPanel. So click that link. All right, once you click that link, this is your control panel. This is where you control your entire website. Okay, so to get started, we want to install WordPress. So all we're going to do is type in WordPress, and we don't see it. So let's, well, if we don't see it, we don't see it. We'll scroll down here, and there it is. It's right here. It's at the way bottom. So we'll click it. And we were brought to the WordPress install page now. So this is very simple. This installer is going to handle all the uploading the files and setting everything for you. So we're just going to click install now. And now here's we have to configure some options. Now just stay with me here. It's not too challenging, but we have to do this to get it online. So we're going to choose HTTP www. We're going to click that. HalloweenCostumeBlog.com, which is the domain we decided on. Next, we want to install in the root directory, meaning when someone goes to HalloweenCostumeBlog.com, we want them to see our shop from there, okay? We don't want them to have to go to any subfolder. So it's very important that you delete that. So you blank that out so it installs in the root directory. Next, we have to call it a name. So we're going to call this Halloween Costume Blog. And we'll call it Best Deals on Halloween Costumes for 2016. That's just what we'll tagline it. And you can tagline your site whatever you want, and you can go back and change that later. Okay, now, this is very, very, very important here. Your admin username and password. Obviously, you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to use admin and pass. People will, that won't work. That's too easy. You want to make this very difficult. So we're going to call this Costume Blog. And then we're going to use the password generator to generate us something strong. So we're going to copy that. To make sure you copy this or write this down on a piece of paper. You want something very hard to guess, because if someone gets that, then they can take over your whole site and even steal your commission. So you don't want that happening. Next, you want to enter your email address. You can enter this whatever your email address is that you can be contacted at. Admin at Halloween Costume Blog, that's going to default to that. I'm just going to enter here contact@namehero.com since that's one of my email addresses. So now we can scroll down, choose your language. I speak English, so I'll keep it there. Select plugins. We're going to leave this default. Don't worry about that. There are some advanced options here if you want. I'm just going to leave those. I'm not going to worry about the advanced options. Next, you'll see there's some pre-installed themes that you can choose. Well, we're actually not going to need these because the plugin I'm going to show you comes with its own theme. So you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to need it. Now, the final thing is before you click install, this is email installation details too. Go ahead and email those to yourself just so you have those. In case you don't finish everything today, you can have those in your email when you get back to this. So we're just going to do that and click install. Okay, you can see now it's installing. And how long did that take? Really, it was 2 seconds pretty much. So now your WordPress is installed and your website is ready to get going to set up your Ali plugin. So the first thing I do is, now if you just register a site, sometimes this doesn't always come up. So we're kind of playing the lottery to see if it does. Reason being, there's a period called propagation. And when you register a new domain, sometimes it takes up to 2 to 4 hours to propagate and to get online. So let's just click it, and you can see it's not quite online yet. So since it's not, that's fine. We don't have to, we don't have to worry. Everything is still propagating, and it'll be online in an hour or two. So while we wait for the domain to propagate, we want to go into the next step of getting the plugin. WordPress is installed, hosting set up, domain set up. So we're making great progress here. Let's go back. And so this is all completed. And the next step is to get the plugin. Okay, so to build your website, you have to have a plugin that we're going to install inside of WordPress. So we've built the site, WordPress is installed, or we've registered the domain, we've installed WordPress. Well, now we have to use this specific plugin, and it's called Ali Plugin from Ali Partnership. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to this URL in your browser, this namehero.com/aliplugin.php. Reason being is this is a discount link. Now, I know you have to buy something else. Well, yes, we're starting a business here. We're not doing there's not a charity here. There's some expenses when you start a business. That's naturally. Okay, but this plugin, it costs normally about $100. But this link is going to give you a $52 discount. So the plugin's only going to cost you $47. Okay, so that's really good, actually. But you have to go through this link here. So type this in your browser right now, NameHero, www.namehero.com/Ali, A-L-I, plugin.php. So I'll go ahead and click it here. And you can see the discount's active. It's all set. And now this is the plugin that we have to get to build our site. So before we can go any further, we have to have the plugin. So we're just going to click Buy Now on this. And we're going to go ahead and complete our payment. And once we do that, we are then going to be able to download the plugin and install it. So let me go ahead and complete my payment. And then what we'll do is, this video is already getting quite long, so we're going to break it up to another video. In the next video, we will install the plugin on the site, and then we'll start to pull the products and build it all out. So thanks so much for watching. Pat yourself on the back if you've made it through this entire video and you've gotten all these things set up, if you've got your name registered, if you got your hosting set up, if you installed WordPress. I mean, these are big steps you're making towards your business. So the final thing is purchasing your Ali plugin. And once it's purchased, then we're going to upload it we're going to install it, and then we'll start building out the site in the second video. So thanks so much, everyone. Look forward to helping you build out your site.